Alright, we're shaking, guys. So in the last one, we covered the side flourish here. So in this one, we're going to cover the reverse side flourish. So instead of going down and then across, you're actually going to go up and then out. Alright? Nice and simple. So to start off, we're going to keep our tip down right here. I'm just going to kind of show you the motion. So for the last one, where we came down and then all the way around and made it pretty much a big D. This one, we're going to do it backwards. So we're going to start down, we're going to go up, then we'll come around. So up, then around, up, then around. We'll soften our edges. So we're coming up and then out and around. Notice as I come across, my arm is pretty much staying fully extended. And it's nice and it's big and it's broad. You're a drum major, you are big, you are proud, you are out there, you're just making a statement, right? So we're going to start with our tip down. So we're going to come up, and as we hit right here, it's going to start swinging out a little bit, and we'll come right here. And as we're coming just about flat, the tip is going to come behind my arm right here. The ball is going to go just about behind my body, and then if you notice this is right here, it's going to act as a pivot point, and it's going to snap to the front of me. Make sense? Let's try again. So we're going to start with our tip down. You guys can kind of see my hand placement here. It's just a very loose grip. I'm just kind of pointing with my finger just because I am. You can do it this way, whatever you want. Just make sure your hand is nice and loose. So you're coming up, you get that motion, it's coming down, you get that twist behind right here, you get the ball go back, and you get that pivot to the front. And if you notice, it actually just naturally wants to hinge in the beating of time position, which we'll cover in the next video. So right here, so you're coming up, going back, it's going back, and it's pivoting to the front. So think about starting here, and you're pointing down, you're coming up, and all this up motion is doing is it's giving the baton kind of momentum to spin for what we're doing. So as I come up, the baton just naturally wants to move. I guess you can kind of see I'm just above the balance point. I'm just coming here. Notice when I hit right here, I'm actually hitting a point position where the baton is an extension of my arm, and then it's coming back and it's pivoting to the front. When I come up, we're going to point, and it's going to pivot. So up, back, point, pivot. Up, point, pivot. Alright? Then we're going to slow it down again a little bit. I'll sit to the side so you can just my hand. Then you go up, and you go right here. The ball is just going to go back. The ball is going to go behind you. If you notice, it flats my body, and it's just coming up. That's all I'm doing, guys. So we're going up. We're going all the way out. With that pivot point, and it's coming right here again. So now, one thing, I'll touch on this in the next video. Never mind, getting ahead of myself. Up, back. I'll just turn around so you guys can kind of see it from the background. If you notice the baton's right here, it's just next to the side of me. We're coming up, right here. I'm getting that point position. So it's just going to come back. The ball's coming right here, and it's just coming back to the front of me. It's pretty simple. I don't really know how to break this down to many more parts, unfortunately. My goal is to kind of keep doing it, so you guys be able to because you guys can go on YouTube and slow the video down and kind of get an idea from there. So let's do it again. Coming up, point, then we're going back here, and then right here the ball's coming back, and then we're pivoting to the front. It's going to be the same on the left hand. You're going to have the tip down, pointing to your right foot, coming up, coming out. The tip's going to go behind right here. It's going to pivot right here and come back up. And you just keep doing that. If you notice, my arm is just staying fully extended out. You know, I'm making a big broad sweep. It doesn't have to be very quick. I want you to notice the looseness of my hand. You can see my entire finger is open. All I'm doing is pretty much pivoting it in the webbing between my index finger and my thumb. And that's giving me a nice, just kind of, it has just a lot of playroom with where it's at. So it just has all of the space. So you can just go up, and you can just pivot naturally right there. Although you do have to turn your wrist back just a little bit, just to let the baton come fully behind you. For this next one, I'll turn to the side so you guys can actually see how it's coming. So I'm coming up, it's coming here, it's coming down, and it's coming back up. When I come up, it comes back right here, and then down to the front. Go up, back, down, and then front. So you can see from the upside. We'll come up, back right here, down right here. So if you notice, I'm flashing you my palm. So I'm coming right here, I'm going flash, and then it's coming to the front, you know? All right, here it is, and then I'm coming back down. As well as my nice potato chip shape, because I obviously have a body right here, you know, I can't do this nice flat spin, right? I'm just gonna keep hitting myself. I've got mass here, which is why we're gonna have potato chip shape, which is why the baton's coming behind me just a little bit. So one thing I noticed when I was teaching, we did a little drum major clinic in my school. And one thing I noticed when I was teaching some of maybe you guys and just some of the kids in our school is when they're coming up right here, they would start going flat right here versus letting the baton to go back. I think the cause of that was just wasn't enough momentum with the baton, where they just didn't have it going in the direction they want it to go. So when they're coming here, they were thinking they were just moving it in a different direction. And part of that was coming with having too tight of a hand. So if you just loosen up right here and just really let it pivot, it kind of goes. Something I noticed helped them was just by whacking it. And it sounds kind of weird. So I want you guys to take a second and I want you to hold the baton nice and light. And I want you just to hit it and move your arm up. So you're just gonna whack the tip and you bring your arm straight above you. If you notice, you can feel the baton almost try and pull this way a little bit. You know, you go that way and you can see it, my arm's actually trying to go with it. It's because the baton is moving my hand with it. All I'm doing is creating an axis for it to spin on, but because the baton is off balance is why it's spinning naturally. So by hitting it up, I'm just giving it momentum. So hit it, and then I want you to follow the direction it turns. And that sounds kind of weird, but I want you to just lift it up and lift your hand all the way out. And it's just gonna kind of naturally just want to move. You just whack your hand down too. You don't even worry about the end, but just hit it down. Just get it right here. And you can see it starts getting that nice caressing shape, and you start making it. So now when it comes here, this is hitting your side. I want you to pull the tip. I want you to consciously pull the tip back to the front of you. So you're gonna hit it. It's gonna come here, and you're gonna pull the tip. I don't care where the tip lands. Just get it in front of you somehow, instead of hitting your side. It comes up and right here. Come up and right here. And that's all I'm doing, guys. So hitting it is just giving it momentum. And I want you guys to also work on this a little with your side flourish. So you're coming around here. If you're having trouble, if you're getting right here, you're kind of just losing it and you're getting off that flat plane, try hitting the ball and just give it somewhere to go to. So you know you're going through, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's just all I'm doing is just turning my arm into a circle. That's all I'm doing. I'm not moving the baton. I'm just doing this. Yeah, but this is throwing you guys off, isn't it? It's kind of fun. That's all I'm doing. There's not a lot to it, really. So go back to what we're on right now. Tip up, hit the tip, gives momentum, and it just goes. Right here, same with the left hand. Hit it up, gives momentum, and it just goes. Hopefully this one's kind of clear to you guys. I tried breaking it down as best as I could. If you've got any comments, any ideas of what you think could be why you are having problems, you know, coming here and then coming here, shoot me an email, as posted in my comments. Leave me a comment. I can get back to you there. Just, however, the most thing I can think of is you're just losing that, I don't know what the right word is, you're just kind of losing that drive to that side plane, and you're trying to bring it from the side plane, well, from a flat plane to like more of a side plane where you're trying to go over here. This thing I got for you guys, just keep working on it. If you really need to, I can touch up on this video later. I can redo another one. So that's that. Thanks guys, let me know how.